In this episode of Action Pack, we're hitting the court for dynamic spikes and defensive plays.
Water break daw kami. Break!
Volleyball was introduced to the Philippines in the early 1900s and quickly became a beloved sport. From street-side games to forming local teams, the sport became a staple in communities. Filipinos developed new techniques, including the bomba or spike and the set, which led to the receive set spike sequence that defines modern volleyball. These innovations helped make the game faster and more competitive, influencing how it is played worldwide.
Today, volleyball remains one of the most popular and competitive sports in the country. And here in Davao, the talent continues to grow with teams that are raising the level of the game.
The Ateneo de Davao women's volleyball team is home to dedicated and talented players. Led by Coach JC Velasquez and Coach Abel Ryan Go, they continue to hone their skills and make their mark in Mindanao's growing volleyball scene.
I am Coach JC Velasquez. I'm coaching Ateneo women's and girls volleyball team. Sa Ateneo, it's been 9 years na.
I am Abel Ryan Go. I am currently the assistant coach of the Ateneo women's volleyball team. Actually, I'm relatively new sa job. I just started way back 2023. As of now, I already joined the Robisco Volleyball League, the Jesuit Athletic Meet, the Kadayawan and the Araw ng Davao, and also the DepEd Games.
We'll be also participating in the Mindanao SEAPs as qualifiers sa recently concluded acts. Sa Davao ug sa Mindanao, volleyball here is growing na, both sa women's ug sa men's volleyball, pero it needs a lot of support pa for us Mindanaoans to engage and be at par with the Manila schools and Manila teams.
When it comes to the volleyball community here in Mindanao, especially here in Davao, it has a big impact siya, not only to the young ones, especially since recently nag-boom ang volleyball when Eliza Valdez started. So medyo ang wide appreciation ng volleyball, lumawak na siya. As a player before and as a coach, happy ako na gano'n ang impact sa volleyball community when it comes to appreciation.
Challenges, of course, ang tournaments. Mas dagan yung tournaments outside Mindanao, Davao. Of course, ang support, ang trainings na dili kayo kaabot sa Davao.
Every great play follows a very simple sequence. This is a 3-touch offense or receive, set, and spike. We're here with the student athletes of the Ateneo women's volleyball team to break it down for us.
Before stepping onto the court, you'll need the right essentials. First, jersey and shorts. Lightweight and breathable so you can move with ease. Next, a good pair of volleyball shoes for grip and support, helping you stay quick on your feet. And of course, knee pads, because dives and digs are all part of the game. With everything settled, it's time to do some warm-up. From dynamic stretches to footwork drills, these help prevent injuries and get players game ready. Before you even think about scoring, it all starts with a solid first touch. We kick things off with some simple receiving drills, focusing on ball control and positioning. It might look easy, but proper technique makes all the difference.
We're here with our libero, Miss Angel Bacamanta. So Angel, can you tell me what that drill was called and what is it for?
It is called dig, drop, and chase. Always remember to slightly bend your knees and then always put your elbows out. Before chasing the ball is always remember to step forward or backward depending if saan siya papunta.
After 2 years off the court, my timing was definitely off at first. But muscle memory kicked in and I started finding my rhythm again. We've warmed up, but now it's time to push further. Can I shake off the rust? Let's find out after the break. Earlier, I went back to basics with one of the most essential volleyball skills. Now let's move on to another fundamental part of the game. Not every rally or pass in volleyball goes smoothly. Sometimes broken plays happen. That's where the out-of-system drills become important.
Out-of-system drill, this is a practice for the spikers. or attackers.
These drills train players to stay composed and make smart decisions even when the play doesn't go as planned. By practicing out-of-system situations, spikers learn how to adjust their approach, find the best attack options, and keep the rally alive. That drill got me out of breath. After all that movement, I definitely needed a drink to recharge. But that was just the start. Let's move on to the next drill. The serve receive focuses on a team's first touch after a serve. It helps players practice proper positioning, ball control, and communication to set up a strong offensive play. We ran more drills like free spiking to work on power and timing, the 3-man drill to practice quick passes and transitions, and a scrimmage to apply everything in a game-like scenario. After going through all that, I got a glimpse of the hard work these players put in to chase their dreams. Now let's hear from one of them.
I am Marilian B. Sanchez. I am a setter and I've been playing volleyball since I was 3 years old. In volleyball, I learned that we have to work as a team in order to win and that we won't be able to win if we play solo. Kung gusto jud ninyo mag-volleyball, you really have to work hard para makasucceed if you want pero makadula sa big tournaments. You really have to believe in yourself. If you think that you won't be able to reach your goals, dili man imposible. You really just have to work hard. Of course, they have the skills to be there sa Manila or international leagues. Kay dili man siguro sila kwaon kung dili sila hawd. Of course, people in Mindanao have the passion to play volleyball and they have the strong will to win every game.
Ang mga taga Mindanao or particularly mga taga Davao nga niadtong Manila, ang ambisyon nila to play sa higher tournaments, sa mga tournaments na makita nila sa TV ug ang ilahang passion towards the game. Ang camaraderie, ang bond sa mga players every time na naga-training me, stress reliever sa kuha ang coaching ug teaching the kids. Ang reward is of course seeing them achieve their dreams, kanang makadaog ug kanang makaabot sila kung unsa ang ilahang pangarap when it comes to volleyball o sa life in general. As a volleyball coach, I don't see my job manggod as kanang kailangan ko mudaog o dagan games para sa akong team. Rather, I see it as an opportunity na tagaan sila og skill in which magamit nila sa ilahang lives para maging successful. I hope everybody will be united and as coaches, we need to upgrade para makaduol ta sa skills o sa playing style, techniques sa Manila. Ang coaches will be the one to teach the kids the skills and the techniques for volleyball.
I believe when athletes go into national, university, or college or international, maybe because their ground is their culture, kung saan sila nag-start pag volleyball, malaking factor yung culture and system na binibigay ng coaches sa athletes. Nag-reflect yan sa laro ng mga players. Seeing the athletes grow sa mga street trainings na ginagawa namin, in my part, parang ma-feel ko na I did something good, not for myself, but for the players. Growth ang nakikita ko sa mga players na naging ma-feel ko na fulfilled ako as a coach. Ay, ka na ma-recognize ang team na madaog and especially individual awards o mahatagan sa mga players. Mao siya ang fulfilling part sa mga kay at the back of our head, parang we did something right. Murag fulfillment po na sa uban players from far-flung places, provinces, ma-recognize sa mga people sa Manila. Hindi lang exclusive yung pagbigay ng mga opportunities galing Manila.
I hope that players in Mindanao or in Davao will be more recognized since there are a lot of players that have the potential to be in Manila. And I hope that volleyball here will also be recognized since volleyball is a very popular sport here.
After everything, kanang dili mawala ang relationship na mo outside the court. After na mahuman na ilang term as a student athlete. Under our wing, player ako ni Coach JC. So until now, nagyapon me. Dili lang ako pati yung mga teammates ko dati. Yun lang gusto na ako makita sa akong uban players.
That was a much-needed refresher and a fun trip down memory lane. That's it for today's episode of Action Pack, and I'll catch you on the next one.